Welcome to the day 22 of White Christmas card making tutorial series, and this time we're gonna be making a shaker card. I have pre-made a card base. It's just slightly larger than a standard size, and we'll also need a panel of the same size to make a frame. Now I'm sticking the panel on top of a card base and rounding the corners. The supplies I'm using are all listed in the description for this video as well as on my blog. I will use the largest die from Pinpoint Rectangle Layers by Memory Box to cut out an opening. You can also use a paper trimmer to do it. And now we'll need two pieces of cardstock, white and cream. I'm now going to stick them edge to edge with a piece of painter's tape. It's hard to tell right now, but it's going to be the earth and the sky. I'm placing the die on top. This is Boddington Tree Border by Poppy Stamps, and then I will run it through my Grand Caliber. Now I have a window shaped like a row of trees. I have decided to emboss the sky with a Swiss dots folder to create a snowfall effect. I'm flipping the background over, and then I'm going to position the tree border that I've die cut out of white cardstock right inside the window. I'm using the small strips of painter's tape to hold my tree border in place. Then I'm applying adhesive all around the shaped window at the wrong side. I'm also adding some tiny dots of glossy accents to the little areas that were hard to reach with an ATG, and then I'm sticking down the acetate. I'm defining where the frame should go and making some marks with a pencil. Then I'm going to trim the panel slightly smaller than the frame so it won't be peeking out. I'll use a piece of craft foam about the size of a panel to make a shaker card. I'm cutting two slits at both sides of a panel and then positioning the border die behind them. Making sure it's right behind the window, and then die cutting it. Now I'm going to stick the foam onto the cardstock panel. If some of the foam happens to hang off the edge, I'm just trimming it down. It does tend to stretch a bit when it goes through the die cutting machine. I have applied the adhesive again, and now I'm going to fill in the shaker with the white sequins by Cat Scrappiness. This mix is called Sparkling Snow. For the backdrop, I'm using a piece of mulberry paper. It's a handmade paper with a very nice natural texture and color. Just a little bit more glue, and the shaker panel is ready to be placed on a card base. Then I'm mounting the frame that I've made earlier. Now I just have to add a focal image to the card, and this will be this little train. After I have die cut it, I'm rubbing some antique linen distress ink onto it with my finger, and this will make the textured pattern stand out. Another technique that I like using is sticking a piece of tape behind the open areas of the die cut to be able to inlay these pieces, and that's what I'm doing now. These gifts and a bow are also by Poppy Stamps. I'm going to cut out a bunch of them and then I'm assembling each little gift box. To give the train more dimension, I'm stacking several die cuts. Then I am attaching the gifts to the train car one by one. I will use this tiny joint die to attach the car to the train. Then I'm adhering this whole piece onto the card front with the double-sided tape. I'm coloring in those white areas with the T-dye distress marker because I need more contrast here. Then I will cover them with glossy accents and add some white glitter. Since this is a holiday train, it needs more embellishments, so I will attach several gold heart sequins along its side. This strip of cardstock will be the train tracks, just sticking it to the card front. To finish off the card, I am also adhering some sparkling snow sequins to the sky and to the ground. And here is what the finished card looks like. Although it has lots of dimensional details, it is still easy to mail in an envelope. Here are some more holiday projects that you might like. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you again really soon.